Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tank. Today, we're talking about Cosmos again. I'll be giving you my 2 cents about where we are in the market, as well as where I think we might be going in the short to near future. But before I do that, if you guys would, do me a huge favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you don't know. When you subscribe to my channel, you're actually entering a giveaway where you could possibly win yourself a 50-inch flat screen TV and or an MSI 2060 GPU once we hit 1,000 subs. So do me a favor, do yourself a favor, do everybody a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. We're going to be starting off on the 4-hour time frame like we always do, and we're still using Market Cipher as our primary oscillator and indicator tool. Right now, we're trading for $37.23. All in all, guys, we're doing just fine. Don't freak out. I know there's a little bit of red on the charts for most of these assets. Don't freak out, guys. I've been telling you guys time and time again in my videos that whenever we're coming into the weekend, which it's Friday, we're leading into the weekend, there's going to be price suppression for most of these assets. Why is that? It's because we have bearish option traders that are out there within the space just trying to do their thing and push the prices down. The guys, they're just bearish. They're just overall bearish. I don't know when they're going to learn. If somebody hasn't told them it's wintertime, or it's going to be wintertime here soon, they need to start going into their caves and disappearing from the space, because aren't they supposed to hibernate in wintertime? Go away, bears. Just go away. Stop it. Just stop it. Just go away, you bears. I was gonna call them stupid, but I'm not gonna call them stupid. It is what it is. But that's what's going on right now, guys. Just bearish option traders that are just trying to push the price down, covering their bearish calls for not just Bitcoin, but the rest of these crypto assets that they're involved in. That's what we're going through right now. I'm not all too worried right now with this expiry. There's a lot of money on the line. In fact, if you guys are in touch with Cointelegraph, they actually just recently put out an article explaining why the bears are trying to get a sub $62,000 Bitcoin before options expire later on today, because if you guys don't know, options expire on Friday afternoon and they reopen back on Sunday afternoon. But that's what they're trying to do, guys. They're just trying to push it down to an acceptable price limit before they actually have to cover their bearish calls and buy whatever asset they were bearish on at a higher price point. But that's basically what's happening. I tried to do that as quickly as possible, and I still, for some reason, took a long time explaining that. I don't know why. But anyway, let's get back into the charts for Atom. Right now, like I said, we're doing just fine, guys. Look at how we're consolidating. Just like I said in yesterday's video, we're consolidating in a very bullish fashion. In fact, if I zoom in on the charts, guys, look at this to the upside. Look at this just recently to the upside, guys. Don't freak out. When in doubt, zoom out. There's a reason we use that saying in this game, guys. Look at this. Look at this move to the upside. Even throughout all this volatility, which the market ebbs and flows, guys. It doesn't just move in a straight line. We pump, we dump, we do what we do. It is what it is. We're just going to be moving on up ever so slowly. And with Cosmos, you have to be a lot more patient than in comparison to some of these other assets that just kind of explode randomly sometimes, it seems like. But with Cosmos, keep in mind, it's going to take a little bit longer. It's trying to accomplish a much bigger goal than most of these projects that are just working on, you know, smart contracts or just working on NFTs or whatever. You know, they're trying to work on interoperability for the entire crypto space. That's a humongous goal. That's going to take a long time. Think of it like the pyramids, guys. Seriously, think of it like the pyramids. It took a long time to build those things. They're huge. What do we do with pyramids or any humongous structure? Well, the first thing that you do is you make sure you have a humongous base layer of support to build upon. And that's what we're doing right now, guys. That's what we're doing. And that's super important for us to do in order for us to see that much big higher price point that everybody is hoping for Cosmos, guys. Right now, we're just doing what we need to do, and that's A-okay by me. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the charts. As you guys can see, we've just been busting through a bunch of triangle patterns. We consolidated for about 45 days or 46 days or something like that. When we saw the high here right around $45, we consolidated, like I said before, in a very bullish way in this big triangle pattern. Then we saw ourselves getting into this ascending triangle pattern here on the charts. As you guys can see, it's right here. We started ascending. Then we rallied about 30% up and out, which was phenomenal, because usually you break down from ascending wedge patterns, but I'm not going to get into that right now. We had a rally, then we came back down, because with every pump there's a dump. We came back down 15%, putting us back into this descending triangle pattern here, if you guys can see. And then from that descending triangle pattern, which is a bullish pattern, we actually tried to break back up. Of course, we had options expiring throughout the past couple of weeks. I guess what is this is the first week of November. That's right. So just last week, options closed for October, which was this movement right here on the charts, bringing us down to the 200 EMA. We rallied off to 200 EMA, came back into these both ascending and descending triangles. They just basically went sideways because they canceled out, and now we're just consolidating within our new triangle pattern, which is this one right here on the charts, guys. We've just been basically consolidating. We came down into it right here, and now we're consolidating, testing support and or resistance, and right now we're basically just below the middle section of this triangle pattern. Not a bad thing. Going forward, what you should be expecting, in my opinion, is look out for a bounce on this lower level of support. So far, it's been holding on. We have 2 touches, and that's when I start projecting out my lines of support whenever I start getting 2 touches. So we could come down here, test right around $36.35, maybe find that as support, or we could wick down to this 200 EMA, much like we did in past price action here. Oops, that's not the 200 EMA. And down here as well, that's the 50 EMA, by the way. That yellow line is the 50 EMA. This white line is the 200 EMA. But I like using those EMAs as levels of support. The 50 is more like where we like to thread. And then the 200 EMA is like my go-to for like, you know, I don't want to say the last call for alcohol, but for that like last line of the EMA for support on my assets that I'll look at. So again, guys, if you guys can see here, previously we would either thread them or we'd bounce right off that 200 EMA line. So again, just look for that 200 EMA to hold up as a level of support. Now, if we do have a push down, because, you know, anything could happen, look for this trend line to hold up, guys. I have 2 touches here. Now, I know you guys don't want to see this, but I'm being realistic with you guys. We could actually come down here and still remain pretty bullish, in my opinion, which is all the way down to $35, maybe even $34.50. We could come down there, bounce off that, and be on our way to see higher price points after we get through with options expiring. Now, it's going to take throughout the whole weekend for that expiry to work its way through the market. Again, it closes on Friday afternoon, reopens on Sunday afternoon, and then it usually kind of just lags on throughout Monday when price starts resettling and confidence starts rebuilding into the market again. But that's what I'm expecting to happen. There's only ever 3 things that will ever happen. Either we pump, either we dump, or we go sideways. Be ready for all 3 things at all times, and you will be doing a-okay in this market. Now, if you're a long-term investor, remain bullish. That's just a subtle suggestion. That's not financial advice, but I'm telling you guys right now, remain bullish, especially for Cosmos. The reason why is because there's so many insanely bullish things being announced right now. If you guys don't know, the Cosmos convention is actually happening right now. Actually, they're probably sleeping because it happened earlier today, but they actually streamed it, which I'll put this link down below if you guys want a recap of what they were talking about. There were so many insanely bullish things happening and being announced in this convention, guys. It's mind-blowing to me how many people are sleeping on Cosmos. Go do yourself a favor, take some time and watch that when you have some time. I'm also going to be making videos highlighting some of the key things that they spoke about in today's conference that they streamed. So be on the lookout for that. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see shortened variations of it, because I'm going to be doing those videos here soon. But again, guys, do yourself a favor and really just take a moment and find out what Cosmos is doing. There's so many bullish things happening. So many bullish things happening. And not to mention, I don't even know if I want to let the cat out of the bag with you guys. I don't even know if I want to let the cat out of the bag, but I'm just telling you right now, the features that they're going to be doing for liquidity providers and or stakers on Osmosis is going to melt your mind. It's going to blow your socks off. Definitely be watching out for a video that I'm going to put. I'm going to put it out here relatively shortly, but watch out for that video, guys, because it's going to blow your socks off. Anyway, again, I'm kind of ranting again. I'm sorry, guys, but right now that's what I'll be looking out for on the charts. Right now, we're just going through some noise. All in all, we're not doing too bad. We look good, guys. Don't freak out. When in doubt, zoom out. Be sure subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be putting out some mind-numbing, teeth-tingling, like just great, super cool videos about what's happening within the Cosmos. And you guys are going to be so grateful for watching it. Anyway, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great Friday. Don't forget, stay in profits, be blessed. Peace.